Back with you, and thanks for staying on the news feed this afternoon. As we mentioned earlier, a delegation of South African Council of Churches members are in Stilfontein today to evaluate the situation between suspected illegal miners and law enforcement officials at an abandoned mine shaft. They have wrapped up that particular visit, including a briefing with the residents there. Refiloe Seboko is on the ground, joins us once again this afternoon. Refiloe, good to have you. I believe they have wrapped up a briefing, but you did manage to speak to the newly elected Secretary General of the South African Council of Churches, or at least you've got him there with you. What are we learning?
Indeed, Thabo, I do have the, Secretary of the South African Council of Churches, Mzwandile Molo. They just completed that engagement with the police, and he joins me now. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Talk to us about your visit today, but that which you have found following your engagement with the police and the community.
Thank you very much, Refiloe, and greetings to your viewers. We spent the rest of the afternoon here, really, in conversation, one with the local church leaders, secondly with community leaders. The intention there was for us to understand from their perspective what has been happening. As you can imagine, churches are where the local people meet. That's where people are cared for. And then the community leaders who have shared with us are people who said and gave us a narrative of being part of those who have been approached by those who've got family members who are in this what we call now Zamazama or illegal mining, and those who have been spending the last time underneath the ground. And then we spent the afternoon next to Shaft 11 itself, where we had been received by the police, who are manning the situation based on the court decisions and the decision of the minister, and we spent time to understand with them. What is clear to us, Refiloe, are the following. Firstly is that indeed there is nobody here who defends illegality. There's nobody who says those who do wrong things are people who should be protected. But there's a deep concern about the lives and the dignity of those people who, some of them, have engaged in this thing out of desperation, into spending their lives into digging the gold, whatever remains of it, so that they're able to provide livelihoods for themselves. And those people's lives, we consider them as very valuable for all of us. And therefore, we're deeply concerned of what is happening to them underneath the ground. And part of what we wanted to do was to hear from the police, but also brought to us things that we thought, like food, that some of our member churches were willing to share with the people, but we have been told that in the preparation for the rescue, no food is allowed right now. That concerns us deeply, because we are concerned, what energy do these people have to participate in their own rescue? Apart all of that, there are other issues of concern that we have. Issues like, who are the masterminds behind this criminal act? Who are these people who really benefit from this? And our hope is that the police do not create a situation whereby criminalizing those who are on the lower rung is an excuse for those who are at higher levels of beneficiation of all of these things. And we are calling on our state to have as much vigor and energy into pursuing those who are at the top of the echelons of this criminal activity.
We also hear, Reverend Molo, that the plan is to those that are underground to be assisted to be retracted rather to the surface on Monday. Are you getting any confirmation in terms of that indeed happening on Monday?
What we were told is that the plan are exact, and those who live in the area have told us that indeed there's some shift of movement, that the area has been closed. They have shown us where the hole is, and they've also shown us where they believe the cage is being built now for the work to commence. And the information we have is that it will commence on Monday. And our plea and our prayer is simply this: nothing. Monday is 30 days late. Nothing will be done to delay this process, because every hour, every day is somebody's life at risk. We want to repeat again, rescue them, and then let the law take its course. In order to do that, we need to have this deep commitment from those who are going to do this work, to do this in a very orderly manner, in a dignified way that allows our people to get out of these holes, and then let the law take its course.
You were also talking about, your your observation in relation to how everything has been going so far. The team or official or trained mining rescue experts been sent here, but also the police in terms of how they've been handling this whole situation.
Yes, we were quite happy. I do have to say the police who were here were very cooperative, were able to give us the information that we need. We're committed to following the law, and they're committed for us into making sure that the dignity of people is not undermined. So those of the police who were here, and when we engage with them to understand these things, they're able to tell us that if we want interventions, that the interventions we might need might be interventions that go higher to them. Where we want to provide food for some people, we might have to go to places where they do not have the authority to decide. And our intention, therefore, is to find out where we can speak, where it's possible to provide food without incentivizing people to remain underground, that we pursue to do that.
I want you also to bring you in here. You had your say as well in that briefing. What is of your concern to you as well?
Well, my concern has always been, the entire value chain. Who's buying this gold? That's what one is really asking. And where are those people now? Because, you have people's kids, underground for 3 months or so. And the person who's buying this, and, is comfortable somewhere, and for us, that is really of concern.
Thank you so much to both of you. There you have it, Thabo. But what is of concern is also the issue of the value chain, the kingpins into the whole process, but also, ensuring that those that are still underground, they have not had any basic necessities. I'm talking food, water, medication since Saturday. And today, the church, members of the South African Church Council also came with some food that they were hoping that it would be sent underground, but they were told that there are certain processes that needs to be followed in terms of sending the food underground for those that are still there. But what they are hoping for is that as that retrieval of, getting people to the surface happens on Monday, and they're hoping that indeed it will happen on Monday as the processes and the operation still continues on this side, they will be bringing out people that are alive, because at the core of it is trying to save and ensure that, they save life. But they are also not saying that what is happening here, it's allowed. They are against it, because at the core, or rather, it remains to be an illegal activity. That it's why we will continue to have the law enforcement officials, subs together with the SANDF, continuing to monitor Shaft 11 here in Stilfontein as part of that operation Vala Umkoti.